Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to the special case of the hydropower located in the country of Tuango. That is a self-place in the northern sub-region of the Department of Antioquia. Hidroituango, the name of the biggest hydropower project in Colombia, is placed in over the Cauca River. Its construction started in 1910 and has gone on till today. The beginning of its operational activities is unknown due to the grave technical and political issues. It was first conceived during the decades of 60s of 70s, and in 1929 studies were conducted to demonstrate the viability of the whole project. Currently, the main partners of the project of Hidroituango in order are the Department of Antioquia and state-owned enterprise in Medellin. The building of the dam since the very beginning demonstrated to have grave ecological consequences, and there had been very worried displaced families, ecologists, youth groups, and locals that actively opposed themselves to the project, fact that could produce and development a very short time. As has been observed in the last days, there is an ongoing emergency present in the portable Vidia. There are hundreds of people displaced due to the natural blockation. One of the tunnels originally conceived for deviation, which generate floods and weakness in stocks, added to the possible risk of losing 120 humans' life. On May the 18, the river flow started to go down at a rate of about 20%, thus enhancing significantly the level of evacuation of the dam and has allowed a speeding up on works of contingency. Nevertheless, the level of alert remains at its maximum. This having been said, there is word that this could be disaster with no precedent in the history of Colombia, where some experts project that this was the potential to become the second biggest catastrophe in the history of world engineering in modern times. Now I will leave you with my co-worker Sebastian Marquez for him to tell us about the hydropower was and what has been happening in recent hours.
Hello Juan Camilo, and good afternoon to all those watching this special edition right now. How you can see, we have been to visit the facilities of what could be the biggest hydropower in Colombia and the best option to develop its economy. The hydropower generates with 2,700 cubic meters of water, 2,400 megawatts every hour. That is a lot of energy. This is why the project will be one of the best in Colombia, which will be able to export the surplus of the energy to other countries. According to information from EPM, since the beginning of the buildings project, the Cauca River, with the help of two tunnels that transport the water around the construction and leads anew its natural course. And this is show the deviation is the causes is the coffer dam in which the water crashes and takes route through the aforementioned tunnels. How tall is this coffer dam? Its height is of 55 meters. Its main functions is important to the project. Everything was almost ready, till the strong rainy season has produced several landslides that blocked the deviation tunnels, flooding the entry zone to the machine room. Later, with no stop rains still around, one of the tunnels disblocked itself naturally. An increasement in the river's course and flows in the front of a raging avalanche that is equivalent to 6 times the normal. The first emergence affected Puerto Valdivia, that used to be a calm community by the side of the river that now it is now affected this potential catastrophe, and around 6,000 inhabitants will be affected. For this reason, we take profit of this opportunity to ask Colombians for help sending by means of EPM and its national facilities, cans of food, carton of eggs, a bottle of juice, liquids, eggs, and no perishable foods.
Today, the main goal that this project used to have has changed, focusing on the dam. Here, workers do their job relentlessly to reach the level of 410, which is the reference of the level of the sea, to avoid floods due to weather conditions. This way, personnel keeps fabricating concrete and pouring it into the dam.
Emergencies has two possible cases. The first and the worst option is that they won't be able to build them, and the levels of the rivers will surpass the actual levels overflowing the construction. How you could see in the next video,
If the overflowing ends up happening, the community of Puerto Valdivia will suffer once more the floodings that could destroy its habitat.
wait, the second option is that they reach the sea level. Do you remember? The sea level is 410. Then the floodgates be able to open themselves and control the drain of the river in a prudent way. Okay, this is the actual situation of the hydropower. We return to a studio with my co-workers, and we hope that everything turn out the right way.